I have a very long distance treatment, as many people do, because I have 7 days business trip, but I had to spend will do 2 days on in airplane and on the highway. So I think it's very, very valuable conference to all of us. So I'm sorry, but I add more slides, including in vitro and in human study, if you don't mind. First, if I speak Korean or some strange words, then excuse me, because it's now 3 a.m. in Korea, so. Okay. It's working. Okay.
All these PCs. Full screen mode. There we go. You.
Did you find something among the authors? Is there any? It's working or not?
The top one.
Top one?
The top one.
Top one. Oh, okay. I think it's working. Okay. Okay. I think it's much better. Okay. As you see, there are 3 Dr. Lees, because in Korea we have many Lees as last name, so Lee. And there was a mistake, so I'm from Functional Food Nutrition Division, National Institute of Agricultural Science, not from Seoul Women's University anyway. The content include introduction, objective, material, method, and result, and summary, discussion, conclusion, and methods. Result include in vitro, in vivo, human study, as I mentioned before, because just in vivo result is not enough, I think. So last 2 days, I added more slides to share with you. Rice is widely consumed through the world lately, and there are several kinds of colored rice: black, purple, red. Their flavor and nutritional or functional materials are so different. The supplementation of black rice reduced atherosclerotic lesion or hepatic steatosis. By the way, the black rice or purple rice is a kind of brown rice, so it's not well digested. So usually the biofunctional effects of black rice have been, tested with its extract. So I assume that this kind of extract of black rice may prevent against chronic disease, including obesity. We know where the average lifespan has been increasing compared with total population, over 65, over 85, increasing significantly. It's so interesting. Obesity percentage is higher in women than in men for over 60 years. And so we know that the reason is usually post-menopause. Body fat tend to shift to the abdomen. So most of women experience increased risk of metabolic syndrome and heart disease. We know that, so it's very important. Keeping good health is so important because their women's postmenopausal women's health continue to their old age. There are some hormone therapy, but long-term use may induce side effects. So people interested in natural food, such as black rice. The hypothesis is that extracted from aleurone layer of black rice may effectively prevent obesity. As you see, this aleurone layer is just 8% of the whole brown rice. So if we use this just aleurone layer, we can effectively get get some effect to reduce obesity or fat weight. The object of this study is to evaluate the suppressive effect of black rice aleurone layer extract. From now, I'd like to mention this one, BLE or BLE aleurone layer. First, I compare the functional activity among brown rice, and it's just aleurone layer and white rice after we mill separate the aleurone layer. So, as you see, this is a shape of whole brown rice. This is just a aleurone layer, and this is the white rice after we separate the aleurone layer. When we compare the total anthocyanin amount, you see that this is amount of anthocyanin of a black rice. This is black rice aleurone layer. We can find this total anthocyanin increased when we separate and extract this functional material. In vitro trial, we used frankly two kind of, but this slide in this presentation, I just show you about this cell line, and we measure the cell differentiation, gene expression, lipid concentration. I show you just adipocyte differentiation, but we already measured the gene expression and lipid accumulation, and finally we decide that the aleurone layer decreased or affect adipocyte differentiation, and we choose this one, just this one, and use in vivo and in vitro, in vivo and human study. So from now, I show you the effect of aleurone layer. As you see, this BLE aleurone layer, BLE, this decrease adipocyte differentiation in adipocyte cell, and as you see, this also decrease the differentiation. I mean the differentiation related to gene expression. And here we can find out that this extraction affect fatty acid oxidation. Oxidation increase the fatty acid oxidation, but decrease fatty acid synthesis. And this one is show that this BLE affect accumulation related to gene expression. And from now, as I told you before, I just chose this aleurone layer, and this shows that how we extract the functional material from this aleurone layer. I used ovariectomized rat here, and there are groups, sham, ovariectomized control, and this is isoflavone as positive control, and BLE. We supplied at 2 doses, 30 and 90 milligram per kilogram. I measured the general factors related to lipid metabolism. As you see in this in vivo trial, this one reduced the body weight, and this show that perineal fat and abdominal fat. This very decrease this fat weight, and then also we know that adiposity index, so the barely affect reduce this in this group, reduce the adiposity index, and concentration of triglyceride serum triglyceride reduced, and adiponectin increased and serum leptin decreased. There was no significant difference, but anyway, there was some trend found. And from now, I'd like to show some slides about result from human study. In this trial, there are two groups, placebo and BRE treated group. About 100 people attended. Their age about 57 years old. There was no significant difference among these factors. And we measured these factors are usually fat weight related, and the people first, when they visited, we gave the capsule, including BLE, and they consumed this amount every day. This is per capsule, and 2 capsules per day for 12 weeks. BIA measured the body fat ratio decreased, significantly decreased, and there was some difference between 2 groups. And DEXA method, we found out also there was a significant difference, and the between groups difference was found. And this shows that the total fat weight also there was some different before and after, and then between groups. And CV test, visceral fat was significantly decreased in this treat group. So summary, in vitro, this treatment significantly reduced adipocyte differentiation and lipid accumulation. In vivo trial, this one affect body weight gain, body fat weight, and adiposity index. And also the BLE, this extract decreases serum triglyceride. And human study, this one also affect body fat ratio or body fat weight. Discussion. In a previous study, I studied with not BRE. Before I used just whole grain brown rice, but at that time I treated at 200 milligram over. But this time I just 30 and 90 milligram per kilogram body weight. I think when we use the aleurone layer, we can reduce the amount supplement. So it's effective than the whole brown rice. And also when we use just to use the out layer can reduce extracting solvent volume and prevent the environment and make white rice as food. When we use whole brown rice, after we extract some functional material from whole brown rice, the other byproduct is waste. But in this case, we can save the white rice as food. And now our team has been working to register the extract as healthy food in Korea. And the results suggest that black rice, this one may be used for food source to decrease obesity and control the fat weight. Thank you.